The year 2023 was proving to be quite ordinary for Dr. Mara Linton, a seasoned astrophysicist who had dedicated most of her life to studying the mysteries of the universe from her cluttered yet cozy lab at the Hughes Institute of Cosmology. Day in and day out, she had meticulously analyzed data from Earth-based instruments, including the likes of LIGO and Virgo. LIGO, Laser Interferometer Gravitational Wave Observatory, and Virgo are two major Earth-based instruments designed to detect gravitational waves, which are ripples in spacetime caused by certain violent and energetic processes in the universe. LIGO was proposed in the 1980s and became operational in the early 2000s. There are two LIGO facilities, one in Hanford, Washington, and the other in Livingston, Louisiana, to ensure that the signals they detect are genuine gravitational waves and not local disturbances. Each LIGO observatory consists of an L-shaped ultra-high vacuum system that is 4 kilometers, 2.5 miles long on each side. These arms house the key components of the interferometer. LIGO operates by using laser interferometry to measure the minute changes in the lengths of its arms caused by passing gravitational waves. When a gravitational wave passes by, it stretches space in one direction and compresses it in another, causing the arms of the interferometers to change length slightly. These changes are on the order of 1,000th of the diameter of a proton, but LIGO is sensitive enough to detect them. Virgo is located near Pisa in Cassina, Italy, and is run by the Virgo Collaboration, which consists of roughly 20 European research groups. Like LIGO, Virgo is also an interferometric detector with an L shape, but its arms are 3 kilometers long, slightly shorter than LIGO's. It uses a system of lasers, beam splitters, and mirrors to measure the tiny changes in its arm lengths when a gravitational wave passes by. Although Virgo and LIGO are separate observatories managed by different collaborations, they often work together. Having multiple detectors on Earth increases the chances of detecting gravitational waves and also allows for better pinpointing of the source of the waves in the sky. The simultaneous operation of these detectors and their collaboration has been crucial in confirming the detection of gravitational waves, ensuring the signals aren't false positives or local disturbances. Together, they've provided groundbreaking evidence of various cosmic events, such as the mergers of black holes and neutron stars, leading to a new era in gravitational wave astronomy. These devices had been instrumental in detecting gravitational waves, ripples in spacetime caused by cataclysmic events in distant corners of the universe, such as the violent mergers of black holes or the explosive dances of neutron stars. These waves, although incredibly faint when they reached Earth, carried with them tales of cosmic drama and intrigue. However, on a seemingly uneventful afternoon, as golden sunlight filtered through the blinds of her office and cast dappled patterns on her stacks of research papers, Mara noticed something peculiar. The latest set of gravitational wave data showed a waveform that deviated from the usual signatures. Instead of the typical chaotic spikes and troughs, this waveform exhibited a rhythmic, almost melodic pattern, as if the cosmos itself was humming a tune. With a mix of skepticism and burgeoning excitement, she zoomed into the data and, to her astonishment, discerned that this wasn't just a random pattern, it was encoding a deliberate message. The cosmos was speaking, and she was determined to understand its language. Understanding that she was wading into unfamiliar territory, Dr. Linton realized she needed expertise beyond her realm of astrophysics. Enter Dr. Avi Das, a cryptographer whose reputation was built upon unraveling some of the world's most complex codes. Tall, with silver streaks in his hair and perpetually lost in thought, Avi was known for his uncanny ability to see patterns where others couldn't. He had worked with intelligence agencies, helped crack unsolved historical codes, and even dabbled in deciphering the songs of humpback whales. However, the prospect of decoding a message from the cosmos was an unparalleled challenge that piqued his intense curiosity. Mara and Avi's first meeting was electric, a symphony of two brilliant minds coming together. With the gravitational wave data projected on a massive screen, they pored over the rhythmic patterns, theorizing, hypothesizing, and frequently debating heatedly. Days turned into nights and coffee cups piled up as they delved deep into the mathematical intricacies of the waveform. After several weeks of relentless work, during which they utilized algorithms, ancient linguistic structures, and even some musical theory, a breakthrough came. The seemingly chaotic yet rhythmic oscillations of the waveform were a play of binary patterns. which when translated, rendered the cryptic message, "Bend the wave and you shall bend time." The revelations sent shivers down their spines. The universe, in its vastness, was presenting them with not just a discovery, but a tantalizing challenge. Gravitational waves, once merely ripples of distant cosmic events, were now the harbingers of a profound cosmic secret waiting to be unlocked. With this cosmic challenge laid before them, Dr. Linton and Dr. Das embarked on their next phase of research with renewed vigor. Their hypothesis was audacious. If gravitational waves could be influenced, then perhaps so could the very essence of time itself. They imagined a machine, a device that could manipulate these waves, and thus the temporal tidal chamber began its journey from a mere concept to tangible reality. Das and Linton using ideas from Einstein's theory of relativity. Einstein's theory of relativity comprises two components: the special theory of relativity and the general theory of relativity. While the special theory deals with objects in uniform motion, the general theory addresses acceleration and gravitation. Central to the general theory is the notion that massive objects cause a distortion in spacetime, which we perceive as gravity. A consequence of the general theory of relativity is the prediction of gravitational waves. When massive objects such as black holes or neutron stars interact in specific ways, like merging, they can produce ripples in spacetime, similar to ripples on a pond. These gravitational waves propagate at the speed of light. The general theory of relativity tells us that mass and energy can warp the fabric of spacetime. The more massive or energetic an object or event, the more significant this warping effect. Black holes, for instance, are an extreme example where spacetime becomes so curved that not even light can escape. The temporal tidal chamber from our narrative sought to harness and manipulate gravitational waves to bend not just space but also time. Einstein's equations already suggest that the presence of mass or energy can slow down time relative to areas without such mass or energy. This is known as time dilation. The chamber aimed to amplify this phenomenon by bending and focusing gravitational waves in a manner that would produce controlled and substantial warps in spacetime. The intent was not merely to distort space, as large masses like planets and stars do, but to manipulate time itself. For the temporal tidal chamber to function in the way described, it would need to use the gravitational waves as a tool or medium to create intense and localized distortions of spacetime. By doing so, they hope to access different moments in time. The precise control and concentration of these waves would be vital to determine the destination in time. One of the fundamental aspects of Einstein's theory of relativity is that time and space are interconnected in a four-dimensional fabric called spacetime. If one can manipulate one aspect, like space through gravitational waves, it stands to reason, at least in theoretical physics and science fiction, that time might also be manipulable. The chamber's design was a marvel of engineering and theoretical physics. Drawing from their diverse backgrounds, Mara and Avi envisioned a device that would utilize superdense materials capable of withstanding the gravitational pressures they intended to create. These materials were sourced from some of the most remote locations on Earth, and even included meteorite fragments believed to possess unique gravitational properties. Precision lasers guided by meticulously designed algorithms were to be used to bend and mold the gravitational waves. The chamber was lined with a lattice of these lasers, forming a matrix that could concentrate and focus the gravitational energy. But it wasn't just about brute force, it was about finesse. Like a conductor leading an orchestra, the lasers had to work in harmony, their energies synchronized to produce the desired ripple in spacetime. As the chamber's construction progressed, news of this audacious project spread. Engineers, physicists, and researchers from around the world flocked to the Hughes Institute, each eager to contribute to what was rapidly becoming the most significant scientific endeavor of the decade. Debates and discussions filled the air as the best minds on the planet grappled with the implications of what they were attempting. Finally, after years of relentless work, late-night brainstorming sessions, and countless simulations, the temporal tidal chamber stood complete. A monolithic structure pulsed with potential, promising to unlock the mysteries of time and challenge our understanding of reality. With the completion of the temporal tidal chamber, a wave of anticipation enveloped the scientific community and the world at large. Before venturing into the realm of human trials, the team decided on a more conservative approach, choosing an inanimate object as their first test subject. Their selection, a meticulously crafted chronometer, was not just any timepiece. Its inner workings were designed to record even the slightest temporal anomalies, making it an ideal candidate. The world watched with bated breath as they powered up the chamber for the first time. A deep, resonating hum filled the room, creating an almost palpable aura of energy as the lasers came to life. Within this matrix of light, the chronometer's hands began to spin erratically, faster and faster, blurring into a shimmering halo. Minutes that felt like hours passed, and then, as suddenly as it had started, the chamber powered down, plunging the room into a tense silence. The gathered crowd held their collective breath as Dr. Linton carefully extracted the chronometer. The hands now pointed to a date 3 days in the future. The chamber had propelled the chronometer, if only briefly, into the realm of the not yet known. Elation swept through the room. The breakthrough was monumental, a tangible step into the world of time manipulation. Stunned by the success, the team decided to conduct a human trial. Dr. Linton, ever the explorer, was eager to push the boundaries. Believing in the profound importance of their work, she volunteered to be the first human to experience this temporal journey. With a specially designed suit to protect against unforeseen gravitational forces and potential temporal side effects, she prepared to embark on the most significant journey of her life, a voyage beyond the constraints of the present. The chamber was activated, and within moments, Mara vanished, only to reappear seconds later. She confirmed that she had experienced a different time zone, albeit for a very brief moment. While it was not possible to stay in another time for extended periods or to travel far into the past or future, short glimpses became achievable. Historians utilized the chamber to witness past events, and meteorologists peered for hours into the future to improve weather predictions. Strict regulations were implemented to avoid altering the past or creating time paradoxes. Even a minor interaction with the past could change the course of history. As time went on, the relationship between gravitational waves and time became clearer. It wasn't just about bending space, but also bending the very fabric of time. The universe, it seemed, had hidden its greatest secrets in the ripples it produced. Decades later, the temporal tidal chamber stood as a testament to human curiosity and ingenuity. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and click that notification bell.